Is there anyone you've worked with? Because you've worked with lots of people, haven't you? Virtually everyone. And you've demanded money off a lot of people.
Yeah, I worked with the Mr. Rose at Woolwich Arsenal.
If I could skirt Mr. Rose for a minute.
You wanted to be a transvestite?
Yes. Yeah. I like to skirt a lot of people.
Skirt?
Yes, we're there. Don't worry, we're there.
Working with brain-damaged crew, isn't it dreadful?
Is there anyone you'd really admire that you haven't worked with yet, that you'd think, oh, God, actually, before the old bomb drops and before we all go limp?
I'd like to work with Woody Allen. He's the one guy I'd like to work with most of all, who carefully ignores all my requests to work with him.
All right.
A little creep.
Well, why don't you...
You little creep, you little Jewish creep. You even play the clarinet badly.
Just start sending the letters. Hello, Spike here, I'm still alive.
Yes.
And see what happens.
Nothing.
Do you like all his films? Or does he come and go?
He comes and goes, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, his films are a psychiatric couch for him.
Right.
That's in essence what it is.
Very funny, man. What about this, all this, you said that you'd like to watch the test card for a bit. Do you watch it at home?
Yes, I do, yes. How dreary can a programme get?
It's quite
do you watch the test card? Yes, I do watch the test card. Do you really? Yes, I often watch it. It's at any particular time, usually when it's on.
Yes.
It's on. I don't watch it after it's gone on.
And where do you watch it? Oh, on the television?
On the television, yes. We did the cliché. You know, the cliché is the thing I try to avoid. I've been talking, if you run this whole film back, you see I try to avoid clichés like, hello, yes, I won my last film and all that stuff. And I thought, let's have a cliché evening. So I had a friend of mine called Jack Hobbs. I said, let's have an evening of nothing but clichés, because I always said that the cliché is the handrail of the crippled mind. So I went to a restaurant. I'll meet you at the Tattoo restaurant. Meet you there, sir. And he came in and he said, oh, hello, there you are. I said, yes, hello, Jack. And he said, I'm awfully sorry I'm late. Traffic was terrible. I said, I know, I've only just got here myself. He said, what would you like to drink? You know, 2 white wine, what? No, 2 white wines. My God, yes, yeah. My, you're looking well. Yes. Have you been away? Yes, I went to Mallorca. Oh, Mallorca. I go to Mallorca. When did you go? September. How was the weather? The weather was quite nice, yes. We went there. We were there last year. We had 2 weeks. Two wonderful. Would you go to Paloma? No, Paloma's too crowded. No. It was Palma. No. They said, so went to the table, and he said, well, what are you going to have? I said, waiter, what do you recommend? So, smoked salmon. This went on the whole evening. We never said anything original from the end. And then the waiter came and said, Mr. Milligan, have you been away on your holidays? I said, yes, I went to New York. I said,
I think someone must have overheard you and turned it into a sitcom, because I've seen that about 16 times last week on the telly.
God, it's so boring. It's boring. Yeah. But people feel safe with clichés. That's why all the successful soap dramas, everyone is a cliché. You can chop all the dialogues up and put them into a hat, take the dialogue and just put them out for the next week, you know. But that's what they want, you know. That's what they want.
Bit of test card, then.
What are they talking about?
No, that's
Why
the best
are we staying up so late to watch this rubbish?
Yeah. When will they land on the moon?
Put on a cassette of The Visiting Vicar.
Oh, that would be rubbery. Thank you very much.
Yes, a joke in 3 parts. When, what about this Easter Piccadilly? Because I hadn't really seen it, and I watched a bit of it earlier, and I thought, bloody yes. Well, it's not a bad film.
Roland, I tell you what, I'm a shrewd observer of human frailties, and I suddenly realised that bad actors all put their hands in their pocket. I beg of you, any of you watching tonight, have a party and watch old films and watch the number of times that people put their hands in their pocket. And I finally got the best one, which is called Easter Piccadilly, in which the whole cast never stopped putting their hands in their pockets all the way through.
Brilliant. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Death Under the Arches. Silly titles they get for these things, don't they?
Thanks. Can I get you a drink?
No, thanks, I'm just going.
Already?
This kind of party brings a rush of something to my head.
A rush of what?
Apathy.
Really? Why did you come?
I didn't. I fell into it. Maxie dragged me here by the hair, almost. I don't even know who's giving the party, except I gather it's something to do with those.
Yes, it's his 21st book.
What energy.
What talent.
You his agent or something. I've just read the last chapter.
It's usual to begin at the other end.
I don't have to. I can always guess the solution of this kind of thing after reading the first 2 or 3 pages, so I can skip the next 200.
Modest little thing, aren't you? Have one of these.
Thanks. You know, I could write that kind of thing in my sleep.
Really?
Do you know something about these detective writers? If ever they came across a crime in real life, their only hope of solving it would be if the murderer tattooed his name and address on the body.
East Piccadilly, I think if they get it into the video shops, it's going to be a winner.
Well, you know, like some people are fascinated by like the bullfights. Well, to me, the bloodless version of this is to watch old films and bad acting and bad singing. That's the greatest.
I think we've done it all this evening, haven't we? We've had bad acting, bad singing, bad television.
And this programme.
We're going to whip ourselves up into a lather, maybe an argument about this wine, but we'll say goodbye, because things to do. Hey, do you reckon?
Well, remember, lady, remember this. There's an old Irish saying. I can't quite think of it at the moment.
There we are, then. There we are, that's lovely. So, while we try and think of the old Irish saying, maybe, if you know what it is, send it in, write it in on a postcard, send it in.
It's goodbye.
We've got it.
And that was lovely. Thank you very much.
We've got it. Goodbye. You sure you don't want some of the red?
I don't believe I've done this programme. I think, you sure they haven't dropped the bomb and this is the real thing?
No.
Do you know something that I don't know?
Yeah, this is a simulation of this is what it's like after the bomb's dropped. You just do really bad TV programmes all day.
I've done some programmes in my time.
Yeah.
And this has been one of them, I suppose.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. We've had a bit of a drink. We've had a look, haven't we?
Yes. It's very nice.
We've meandered.
Yes. What a terrible way to end a career.
You better enjoy yourself now, because you're going to feel awful in the morning.